5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're here.
So yeah, last call's going on. Hi, same people from the
Hello.
episode.
Surprising.
Are they
Yeah.
the same?
Or are we
Well, I could be an imposter.
the
You don't know.
same?
So I've got a 3D printer, and I'm printing
I
out
said
a
you couldn't show
Falcon
that.
9
That-
rocket.
Yeah,
It does not look great.
it doesn't.
And
Doesn't.
it's so this is the top. This is the fairing portion of the rocket. This is stage 2, and it's going to be a big rocket.
This is the head.
No,
This is where
you gotta,
this is a one
you gotta
that
work your
broke.
way up more.
Open
to
the
that.
door.
Well,
here's
I
all
mean,
the
the
people.
Here's a
rocket
creepy
itself.
Kirby with this Kirby has a human face on it. I made for Fiona, which is
Are you
terrifying.
putting the Kirby in the rocket because I want it to be in
No.
space.
Yeah.
Like here's a baby Yoda. I made.
That's
a
awesome.
little-
That's really
yeah,
cool.
It's really neat. I printed some stuff for Katie. It's fun. 3D printers are fun, but stressful. They don't always work.
Matt,
Does it demand
wanna
a
point
lot
out-
from you.
I love it.
I want to point out the conversation you and I had before I moved here.
Mm-hmm.
You were like, "Hey, can I I want to bring you some stuff before you move," and
Yeah.
you were like, "I got some stuff for you," and I just went, "I don't want the dragon dildo," and you went,
That
"Well,
was-
I don't want it."
No, it's true. I don't.
Is that at your home, Matt?
It currently is at my home, and I don't know what to do with it because he's gone now. I
Yep.
can't go throw that at him. We don't really have an office because we talked about we're moving offices, and I don't know where the new one is yet. If I just put it on the street somewhere, I'm worried it might get angry and come back for vengeance.
Right, It's haunted.
It's tough. It's tough.
John, you should
You
take
need to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, John.
No.
Yeah, you keep saying. No,
John, what you
just
do?
Said.
You get that hemp twine or whatever and wrap it around it and make a scratching post out of it for your kitty cats.
Aw. John,
Not
you
to get gross, but it would work because Arya loves it. It's
Oh.
all plastic, so she's all about going to it.
well, don't ruin it.
Oh,
I'm not letting her. I'm stopping. It's on a shelf right now to keep her away from it. But
John,
why
you
is it not on the
just
shelf
told me
right behind you?
oh gee, I
that
don't
shelf
know.
won't support it.
Probably right.
You told me yesterday, John, that you try to buy things that will make you haunted.
Yeah, I started buying stuff from thrift shops, and I was like weird decoration stuff, and everyone was telling me, like, those things are haunted. You're gonna get haunted. I was like, don't tell me that kind of shit, because I'm gonna call you on it. So I just been actively buying as much of that weird shit to scare people into thinking that I'm gonna get haunted. Because I'm like, let's see if we can get it to happen.
take the
'Cause
dildo.
there's No, I'm not taking the dragon dildo.
No, but it's
I'm not
haunted.
taking the.
It's super haunted.
I have children. I need to keep this house a
Ooh,
safe
all right,
space
that's a good
for
point.
children.
Yeah,
You're making a good
valid.
point.
Yeah.
Children aren't haunted. Makes no sense.
No, they're the ghosts.
God.
They're the things that
Children-
go bump
children-
in the night.
Yeah, children are like being haunted. There's things in your house. They move things that you don't want them to move. They make messes. They make noises in rooms that you're not in. It's just that's how they are.
Oh, I should. Speaking of which, I should text Kat and ask if Zipper is shit in the bed since I've last seen him.
All right.
Has Zipper shit in the bed recently?
Nice.
Question mark.
You think it's just stress?
And then a purple and orange heart.
That's fair.
I think it's stress. He didn't used to be a super scaredy cat. Most of my cat, or all of my cats, were very super outgoing. When people came to my house, my cats just go right up to him. Even though for some reason Booker growls at the doorbell. So if someone rings the doorbell, he growls at it. But he loves people. As soon as they come in, he goes up and he taught Zipper that. So now when the doorbell rings, they both, if they're around you, it's like a stereo of growling.
Arya does that too.
Yeah, and which I don't get,
Growls
because because once people are at my house, they just go right up to him. Like Scooter, who used to be my super timid one, will likes to sleep in people's laps. Even though Alfredo's allergic to cats, Scooter loves to sleep in his lap. And that's just what they do.
Well,
Zipper,
cats sense pain, so
yeah, exactly. They're
Sure.
like, I know that you'll hate this. Zipper was always very outgoing. But since the move, he's been super I think it's because the previous owners of this house, they had cats, and I think they had a dog too. So it smells like
Yeah.
those animals. So
And
when
also
we
they died in the house and haunt it now. Yeah, go on.
correct. So when we let Zipper out of the carrier, like for the first time, he was like, he stayed super low to the ground and his tail was really low and he just like slunk around a bunch. And he still kind of does that because we've had a lot of people come by. We had to have like an electrician come by and put in cameras and stuff, and we had to have like just like other maintenance people come by. Please don't, Booker, you're too fat, you won't make the jump. And then like, so we've just had people come by, and every time they come by, he freaks out. So we think that the stress might have something might be what's causing it. So either way, we're taking him to the vet tomorrow, and if they, just to make sure that that's what it is, and if it is what it is, see if they can give him some sort of anxiety meds, because the movers are going to be here soon and they're going to be in the house like all day. So
yeah.
What was it like taking them on the plane?
They were actually great. So we talked to our vet before we had them on the plane, and the vet gave us anxiety medication. And so we gave them the medication. He's purring very loud. We gave them the medication the night before and then the morning of. And because we flew Booker and Scooter to Texas because we got them in Massachusetts. Flew them to Texas. And Booker kind of cried on the flight there. We gave them basically Benadryl for cats. So Booker cried a little bit and stuff like that, but was sort of calm. Scooter just passed out and didn't wake up till 2 hours after I was at my apartment. He was just we kept checking to make sure he was alive. This one,
that's the dream.
Yeah,
I want that.
I loved it.
I want that travel. I want that travel.
It was great. So this time we gave them the anxiety meds. And we didn't feed them the morning of. We fed them the night before, but not the morning of. And so that they wouldn't have anything in their stomachs if anything happened or whatever. But so they got the anxiety meds. Scooter didn't make a noise the entire time. He just sat in his carrier and that was it. He was fine. Zipper was shouting when I took him out of the bag at security, because you have to take them out of the carrier and go through the metal detector with them. Booker, this is a card table and you're heavy.
So you had a screaming cat in your arms going through security of an airport?
Correct. Yeah, I was just holding him and he was just shouting, and the security, the TSA guy was all right, he was yelling back at Zipper. They were just yelling at each other. And then Booker on the plane cried a little bit, and then on landing he almost threw up. We heard the in the carrier. But he didn't have anything in his stomach, so nothing came out. But other than that, they were fine. And then once we got here, Zipper just shifted. I think there's just a lot of smells, and there's nothing here because our furniture still isn't here that smells like the other home.
Yeah.
So once we get our stuff in, their cat tree is there, which smells like him. It's got his fur all over it. It's got book, and he sleeps on it. That'll smell good. We have one of our old love seats that Booker sleeps on a lot. It's the one that you and me, Matt, logged up into the apartment.
Oh yeah,
that one.
Wow, I'm surprised you still have that.
I still have that.
It got rained on the day that we brought it into the apartment.
It sure did. It did. But yeah, no, we have that one that smells like Booker. So when we get our stuff in, it should be okay. We'll see.
Nice. All right.
That's kind of out in the washer and dryer room, because we're yeah, this is where we're gonna put your litter box. So get used to it. And she did not move. She wouldn't get out of the container at all or anything like that. Then we just moved everything to the bedroom where our bed was and her cat tree and all that. And she's like, okay, yeah, no, I'm cool. And she didn't leave there for a week, but now she's kind of out.
There's just no familiar smells. So I think that's the problem.
Oh, animals.
Yeah.
I've never been a cat owner before these two. These are my first endeavor into cats. Pretty amazing compared to dogs. I love dogs, but they're much more self-sustaining. But the one of them, the second or third night I was here, I heard a noise that sounded like an RC car revving. He had a toy in his mouth and he was trying to he was trying to get all to seem tough to his brother, and so I'd never heard a kitten growl.
Oh, it's
And he was
adorable.
growling at his brother, and it was just this like it was like a toy car revving up, and he was just trying to seem badass. It didn't quite work, but it was a new experience.
Yeah.
I like cats. They're different.
They're different. You'll hear them
Yeah.
growling and hissing at each other a lot. They battle. A Scooter doesn't like he has no interest in the other two. He's like, just keep your distance and we're fine.
Mm-hmm.
He's always kind of been that way. Like Booker, he's okay with because they grew up together, but like he hates Zipper. But the thing is, Scooter is like cat sized, whereas Booker and Zipper are behemoth monstrosities. So like Scooter just has to find a shelf. And he just jumps up on the shelf like a cat would. You know, he's just like, boop, right up there. The other two can't do it. So they'll just sit there and look at him like, well, he's gotten away again. I guess that's it. You know, so they just handle it themselves.
Oh man,
That's funny.
That's so weird.
Ugh.
I can't relate to a cat getting fat because Arya just refuses to eat more. Like I feed her and she's like, "That's all I eat," and then she just walks away. She just won't do it.
Yeah. I don't know
interesting.
how to get them to lose weight. Like, because we took them off of there. They were on a dry food
Mm-hmm.
that they ate a lot. And, you know, our vet was like, that's probably high in carbs. And like, you know, they're probably eating like Scooter's food because Scooter's not eating all of his. And the other two probably just munch up what's left. So like we switched them over to dry food. Like twice a day we feed them. We weigh it. So like put the bowl down. We weigh how much food they get. And then we have to follow them around because Zipper will eat everything in his bowl as soon as you put it in front of him. Booker and Scooter don't. So like we think Booker got fat because he like ate some of his food and then he'd wander off and he'd come back later and eat more and he'd just do it throughout the day and like
Yeah.
take it from all three bowls. But like now we have to make sure he eats that right amount because yeah, we want him to lose weight, but we don't want him to eat not enough because that's unhealthy. So like when he's done eating, you have to like pick up the bowl. He'll only eat from the side of it that's close to him. He doesn't like venture out. So you have to like pick up the bowl, rotate it, and chase him down and put it in front of him again, and he'll eat. And like it takes like it's like a 2-hour thing to get them to
Jesus.
eat all their food. Like we just have to keep following them around, batting Zipper away from their food, and like it's a
And
process.
see, this is problems you don't have with one cat.
With one cat, you're right.
You,
No,
have,
you're
you,
totally
have,
right.
you have the cat and you say, "Here is the food, eat it at your leisure," and you walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she doesn't, and then you go, "Well, I can't help you."
I can't. Well, and that's it.
That's the whole thing.
So we have the chip feeder that we're gonna get them trained on because Booker is just a grazer. He just comes back and eats whenever he feels hungry. So if we give him his
Mhm.
food, we have the feeder that only opens when it detects that Booker's chip that he has in him is nearby. So like he'll just
That's
go
impressive.
up, it'll open, he'll eat, and then when he walks away, it closes so Zipper can't get in.
Nice. Or it closes on Zipper's head.
That is more likely to happen because Zipper literally he just sits inches from the other two eating and just watches their food. Like, and he slowly creeps like closer and closer to their bowl. Like he'll be right up against their bowl as they're eating it.
They do like know which bowl is theirs.
Well, we just put it in front of them, you know, and we're like, this one's now yours.
okay.
Like we just have a series of metal bowls. We have like 15 of them that we
Yeah.
cycle through. But like, you know, we have to keep track of whose is whose that night. So like this one has eaten all their food. They need another feeding. This one needs to get that much. It's a process.
The same thing I have to do. Same thing I have to do with my kids. I have to, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, put the food in front of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
2-hour
chipped them
process.
so the
Yeah.
food
Yeah,
opens up
chipped
whenever they
them.
get close
Yeah.
to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
makes
have
sense.
to kind of
Hey.
push away the larger one to get
John.
away from the little one's food.
John, just gonna say, you wouldn't have these problems. You only had one kid.
That's true.
Well,
That's
Easy.
true.
Two kids.
Matt's
Easy.
making a lot of great
Yeah.
points today.
Matt's
making a
onto
lot of
something
good
here.
points.
What am I? Oh,
Oh God, it's
John,
getting
John,
wild.
you can
Oh.
do it. You can fit it in.
Hurry,
Finish
hurry.
the statement,
I was
Before
gonna
it
John.
say-
faded away.
if you want some happiness in your life, you go on TikTok. One of the greatest trends right now is people fake giving their dogs a diet portion of food, and so it's people like going for emotion for a full scoop of food, and then they put one kibble into the dog's bowl and film the dog's reaction. And it's just a bunch of dogs just giving the "what the fuck are you doing?" look. To the owners.
Nice.
I am gonna look that up. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for coming, everybody. That's what
Thanks
life
for
with cats
watching.
is like.
Watch
Yep.
Borat.
It true.
Yeah, once more. I hope you
Goodbye.
enjoyed the debate. I know I loved it.
The
It was
world's on
probably
fire.
terrible.
Bye-bye.
How about yours?
How about yours?
Uh,
That's the way I like it.